Awesome. Okay, so we are recording as I'm going to email this out for anybody that may have missed. Okay, good. There we go. For anybody that may have missed this live. Okay, let's see if this works. Oh, good. Yay, okay. Just a couple seconds delayed. Perfect. Okay, you guys, so I'm going to get started with our free nutrition class. And this is recorded. So if you're not able to get on live, you can watch it in this group, or you will be emailed this as well. I put the link so you can make sure to register if you haven't already. And literally all it's going to ask you for is your email. So not a whole lot of information. And all that does is sends you the recording by email. So you have a copy of everything. Okay. So I'm going to get started. I like to be on time. I like to respect your guys' time. So I'm going to get started here. So welcome, you guys. I'm so happy to be here and be with you this evening. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for your support of my coaching business and of Summit, my storefront location. I work with clients both in person and online. So you might be hopping on from both places. So welcome. I'm excited to be here and want to give you guys some good information to help to get you better results with your weight loss journey. Okay. So here we go. So this is my agenda that we're going to go over, which was in my email as well. So I'm going to be talking about no more starvation diets. So you might be feeling frustrated and overwhelmed because there are so many different diets out there, so much information, and it feels very frustrating when you don't get the results that you're looking for. So if you're here tonight and you want to lose fat, you want to gain confidence and get toned, but not bulky, you're confused about what diet actually works because there is a lot of them out there and there's a new one every single month popping up. So it is confusing. You spend every day wishing you would lose weight, but every time you get serious, you fall off the wagon. You want to be able to incorporate treats, going out to drinks and not feel guilty, but still lose weight, right? I was definitely that person as well. I'm going to share my story in a moment, but don't worry, friend, I got you. So those are the things we're going to be talking about. So if you are listening right now, go ahead and like, comment. This is interactive, so please ask questions. Please let me know if there's anything you need me to go over again. So this is shocking, you guys. This is crazy to me. So did you know that the average dieter tries an average of 126 diets in their lifetime? Isn't that crazy? So if you want to lose weight, how can you set yourself up for success, right? So 126 diets. Oh my goodness. And I totally believe that because I was definitely one of those people that tried every diet out there. So, and the crazy part is 80 to 95% of those dieters gain the weight back that they've worked so hard to lose. So why is that? We're going to be going over that tonight. So I'm going to provide some solutions, and so you guys cannot be a part of that statistic. So we're going to go over that in this workshop tonight. So, oh, cool. Welcome, everybody. I'm just looking at my phone because I can see who's liking and commenting on my phone. So welcome, you guys. I'm so happy you're here. Thank you for joining me. Okay, so this is my story. So my name is Brittany, by the way, if you don't know me. I am a nutrition weight loss coach. I have a storefront location in Littleton, Colorado, and we have some surrounding locations as well. And then also I do 100% online coaching as well. So I meet with people by Zoom. And so, yeah. But anyway, so I started, you guys, I was a college student. I don't know if there's any college students on the line, but I started and I had very poor eating habits. I always grew up with, balanced meals and all of that. And then I went to college and it was like all of that went down the hill, down the drain. And I started to party. I started to eat out a lot. I started to spend a lot of money. I would grab coffee and tacos like every single day. And then I would go out drinking and eat pizza in the middle of the night. And I don't know if anybody has done this before, but I was in this cycle of doing that and overeating. And I couldn't figure out, like, truly, I could not figure out why I was gaining weight. Like, I did not understand why. So I had poor eating habits. and I didn't have any results. So I thought I was doing everything right, you guys. Like, I seriously thought I was doing everything right. I was a yo-yo dieter, but the reality of the situation was I was not doing everything right. So I was under eating. I wasn't eating enough calories, and I was exercising like crazy. Like, I would go and work out like crazy, you guys. Like, I would do these workout videos and I would go on a jog, and I wouldn't barely eat anything. Like, I would eat popcorn and cantaloupe because it was low calorie, seriously. And I thought I was doing it the right way, you guys. So then I would go out drinking. I would overeat at nighttime. I would eat pizza. I would over consume on calories. So then my calories would go up, and I would eat an excess amount of calories in the evening. And I remember, you guys, like, I would rip my closet apart, and I was like, what am I going to wear to go out partying tonight? And as you can see in my before picture, I still like black, but I would always go for the black outfit. I would go for the same shirt. Like, I would wear that same shirt every single time. Like, I would rip the tags off of my other clothes that I had bought, and then I would come back to the same shirt because I never felt comfortable in anything else. And I don't know if you've ever felt that way. Like, put in the comments if you've felt that way before. Shoot me an email back if you felt that way before, if you're listening to this later. But it was just this, cycle that I was in. And unfortunately, I didn't feel good ever. Like, I had bloating and I had indigestion, I had digestive issues. And I thought that was normal because nobody talks about those things. So it's not normal, by the way, to feel that way. So the different diets that I tried was the tomato soup diet. So you would eat all this different kinds of this soup, and there was no protein or anything. So you'd be starving, but you could eat as much of it as you wanted. I would eat low calories, like super low calories, like starving myself calories. And I would eat, like very minimal, because that's what we're always taught. That's how you lose weight, is to eat no calories. And that is not true, you guys. I would try diet pills. I remember I tried, my mom knows about this. I tried this diet pill, and it was like for people that were obese, 50 pounds or more overweight. And I took these diet pills, and my heart was like pounding out of my chest because I was not 50 pounds overweight. And I remember I was like scared because that was, not a good feeling. I'm like, oh my gosh, I shouldn't have taken these. Like, it warns you not to take these if you're not 50 pounds or more overweight. But regardless, that can't be good on your body. So I would try low sugar. I would eat low sugar. I would eat low fat, low calories, high protein, high, just the diets go on and on. So that statistic, back to the statistic of 126 different diets in our lifetime. I mean, if you've tried a diet before, put it in the chat how many diets you've tried before, because I bet you could average, that number by the end of your lifetime. I would do restrictive eating. I would eat like certain times of the day. I would eat low carbs. I tried everything, you guys, like everything. And all of it just did not work long term. And I would get busy. I mean, over the weekends, for example, I would just derail my results because I would go to events, I would travel, I would go on an airplane, and just like my results would just plummet after that. Like, it would really throw me off. And that's kind of that cycle that I was in. Okay. So here's my after results. So I hired a coach, and she helped me so much, you guys. Still helps me to this day. But I made some swaps in the food choices that I was having. I had that accountability and support and the check-ins, and I got those results finally. Oh my gosh. And like, my digestive system finally felt good. And some things I was doing were correct, but I just couldn't stick with it. I couldn't stick with it long term. So although I lost 23 pounds, which may not sound like a lot, it was life-changing for me, like truly life-changing. I didn't have like that bulge, that like muffin top over my jeans. I didn't have any of those things that I was really struggling with. I didn't have the digestive issues anymore. I didn't, like, I knew exactly what to do. I knew I would go to the grocery store. I knew exactly what to select. And it wasn't this stressful thing anymore. All of the stress went away. And I've been able to maintain that now for 10, 11 years, which is crazy. So this is kind of how I got started. Okay. So I got, like I was saying, I hired my coach, and I started to focus on nutrition, carbohydrates, protein, and fats, which is now called macronutrients, which is something that has been around a long time. but focusing on those macronutrients of getting that balanced meal. You know, you think of a dinner that has some chicken or some, you know, some sort of protein and then some carbs like rice and then some vegetables. And that's awesome. That is what gets you results, is having that balance, having those good protein, good fats, good carbs in your day, in your meals, all of your meals, not just one of your meals, but all of your meals throughout the day. And hitting those goals, tracking those things and just paying attention to what you're eating. And you can track those on an app. You can track those different ways. I have my clients use MyFitnessPal, but you can track those things and kind of know where you're at. And eventually you don't even have to track, because you are eventually going to know, your body's going to know what you need, and it will tell you when it's hungry. So you don't have to track forever, just for a little bit as you start to get comfortable with what your body needs. Okay. So some common challenges that people have is the overeating on the weekends, which is something I struggled with too. Going to family get-togethers, going out to eat, and just kind of falling off track with their results, right? And some different strategies to overcome that is, the number one tip I can give you for weight loss is to get your protein. So eating 5 times a day, breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner, getting 100 grams of protein a day. So if you have to ease into that, ease into that. But that is where I want you to be, 100 grams of protein a day. And you really have to be mindful, and you do have to track things and pay attention as you first start until you get into the habit of it. Okay. So that is what is going to be your number one way to lose weight, is by getting protein. So do you know what kind of foods even have protein? I mean, a Pop-Tart, a granola bar. Coffee is not a meal, by the way, for breakfast. All of my people that drink coffee for breakfast, no, not saying coffee is bad, but having food with it, okay? You can't just have coffee, okay? Like, no. That's something I talk a lot with my clients about, is having food, having just like some sort of granola bar, or that's just carbs typically, and sugar. There's no protein in there. There's no healthy fats in there typically. So avoiding some of those packaged things is really good, because then you're going to get your whole foods in, and you just supplement where you need. I use a meal replacement shake, and you supplement what you need to get that protein number in. But then also eating lots of great whole foods and good nutrition and things like that. Okay. So I'm going to talk about some client results here, because I'm super pumped, because these are amazing. So she has the same name as me, Brittany. I don't know if you guys have met her at Summit before, but Brittany is awesome. She just spells her name a little different than me, but so I'm just going to read what she said, because it's so powerful. So Brittany, I'm going to interview her on this, in this group too, one of these days. So Brittany didn't have the best tools for weight loss, so she would do the best that she could. She hated dieting, as that meant starving herself and never getting the results she wanted. She would get frustrated that nothing would work. She had extreme gut health issues, now 33 pounds down and toned up, you guys. She loves her results, and how simple it was for her to attain those results with the right tools. Look at that, you guys. Like, holy smokes, isn't that incredible? Look at her stomach, and that is a lot of things that I focus on, is gut health. Inside your stomach is insane how that affects everything in your body. It leads to depression, anxiety, sleep issues, acne. I could just go on and on about all the things that affect your gut health, and then how it looks visually on the outside too can definitely show. Like Brittany, she really struggled with digestive issues, just like I did. So she is like so happy now, and a lot of most all of my clients have been with me long term, and that's what I'm most proud of. It's not like, oh, just do this for 30 days, 90 days, whatever. This is like a lifestyle. This is something I'm going to be coaching you long term with, if you work with me or work with somebody else. But okay, so here's Sarah's story. Ooh, Sarah's doing so good. I think she was going to be on tonight with us. So shout out to Sarah if you're on tonight. But Sarah has 3 kids, a full-time job. She always felt so busy to be able to make time for her health goals. She would yo-yo diet, struggle, fall off, and then the cycle would continue over and over. She is now down 37 pounds and feeling so confident. She is most excited that she's able to maintain these results for 2 years now. That's freaking amazing, you guys. So she is a nurse, and back to Brittany here, she's a teacher. Okay, so Sarah's a nurse, and so this has been really impactful for her to make these changes and keep up with her kids and keep up with her busy schedule. I don't know if anybody else on the line is busy, but that is definitely the people that I work most with, because it's hard to fit things in when you're busy, right? So that is her story. Amanda, ooh, look at that. Such good results. Oh my gosh. Like, it's insane. She doesn't even look like the same person. So Amanda would struggle with getting through the weekends. She would eat healthy and work out all week. Then on the weekend would hit and everything would go down the drain. She could not sustain long-term results this way. She didn't know how to get the results she was seeking. She is now down 48 pounds. Wow. Feeling so much energy and most excited that she can still eat ice cream with the tips she's learned. That's so cool. Wow. So if you guys check my website, which is just my name, BrittanyBorsethLujan.com, or on my Instagram, you can see the video testimonials from some of my clients. But on that website, you can see some more photos and before and after stories and stuff, which I think is so cool, because those are real life results. Like, these are real people. You can meet them if you live in the area. So yeah, so I'm going to interview some of these girls too, and some of my clients in this page, and some of them are already on Instagram, so you can hear them actually talk about it. So really powerful what is possible when you make just some little swaps in your day, right? Just little tiny swaps. So perfect. Okay. So I'm just going to go into, so that's my first section here, you guys. So section 2 is, a lot of times, do we need a break? Do we need to dance a little bit before I move on? So, by the way, I know I was really apprehensive to start because of, the cost. I was like, oh my gosh, this is going to be so expensive. And I was apprehensive because I didn't have time to work out. I remember my coach asking me, like, what is your commitment level from 1 to 10? And I was like, like maybe like a 6. And she's like, well, why a 6? I'm like, because I don't have time to work out. Like, I'm full-time college student, full-time working, and I don't have time to work out. She's like, oh, you don't even necessarily have to work out with this program. Like, of course we encourage that, but you don't have to work out. And I was like, oh, well then it's a 10. And she's like, sweet. So I remember being apprehensive about that. And I also was a little bit nervous to, work with somebody, because I didn't really know what to expect. I was like, oh my gosh, what if they yell at me or something? But no, we don't do that. We just help to keep you on track, keep you accountable, check in with you, and things like that. As you guys know, if you've worked with me or one of the coaches before, you know exactly what that looks like. Okay. So somebody to keep you accountable. So I was like, okay, what do I have to lose? I've tried every diet. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired of these dang diets and not getting results. I'm frustrated. I'm sick of like trying new things all the freaking time. And so I was like, what do I have to lose? I'm just going to take a leap of faith and do it. So I did it and I made the investment. It definitely costs money to hire a coach, and it definitely costs money to get started, but I am so freaking happy. Like, we tracked how much money I saved, and I saved $413 my first month. And I was a broke college student at that time. So that's just an example, but like, oh my gosh, I saved so much money. I felt so much better. And I finally got those results that I had been seeking in a way that I enjoyed and I felt like I could do long term. Okay, so I started to save money. I started to get results, and just so cool. I got so much nutrition education. Like, I was like, wow, I know so much information through going through this, and I don't even know where it came from. Like, all of a sudden I just knew this information from being, doing the coaching, being on the calls, learning and reading the information and whatnot. So I couldn't believe it. And the best part is I've been able to keep that off now for 11 years. I've been coaching for 10 years now, and almost 11. And I've been doing this myself. I started in college at Minnesota State, and I found a passion for nutrition and went to college and all of that. And I was like, I think I want to open my own business. So I graduated college and then opened my business and just started helping people with their results. So anyway, I've been doing this myself. So I've gone through these things that I'm talking about myself as well. So anyway, So section 2, you guys, I want to talk about that all or nothing mindset. So does anybody have that all or nothing mindset? You're like, okay, I'm going to start Monday. I'm going to like eat perfectly all day. I'm going to work out. I'm probably going to do like a 2-hour workout because I really need to get these results. And I'm going to like, oh my gosh, I'm just going to eat like salad for lunch. And then I'm going to drink so much water. I'm going to get so many steps. And I am going to just like have this accountability. My friend, Sarah, she's like my accountability partner. Like we're going to do it together. It's going to be amazing. And then Monday comes. And then what happens, you guys? You all know. You start, yes, the day starts great. Maybe the whole day is great. Maybe the whole week is great. And then Friday rolls around and you're like, oh, I'll just go out to eat. I'll go with my friends and go out to eat. And maybe you have a little bit of extra food. Maybe you have extra drinks. Okay, now I'm not even tracking my goals anymore. I'm not tracking my macros anymore. I'm just, I'll start again on Monday. Me and Sarah have got this. We're going to do this on Monday. Anybody done this before, you guys? Put it in the chat, comment. This is interactive, remember. So email me if you're listening later. Have you been in this place before? Yes. So this is very, very common. And then you kind of fall off track. Maybe, sometimes, just maybe, you'll do it for a couple of weeks, maybe a month. And then typically that's where it kind of, you fall off track, right? So that's life. You're going to have foods, you're going to have family events, you're going to have things that come that you need to figure out how to navigate and overcome, and not just like avoid those things, because that's not a lifestyle. You guys, you can't go to a birthday party with your family or a barbecue and you're like, oh, I'm just going to eat carrots, or I'm just going to eat like my salad. Like, no, you guys, like eat the freaking food that's there and enjoy it. If your grandma makes the best cookies ever, like eat those. But so the point of this is a lifestyle change, and you can have those things that you love to have, just not every single day, right? So you can incorporate foods that you can't live without in your weight loss meal plan, and have that flexible meal plan where you can have some of those things, right? So you can still eat pizza and cake and whatever your vice, whatever you enjoy having, you can still eat at the family get-togethers. You can still have cookies after dinner. You can have the sweets every single day after dinner, you guys. You can have a drink, you can have different things, just not every single day, right? Okay, I'm going to give you an example. Okay, so let's say you have a family barbecue this Saturday. So you wake up in the morning. I'm just going to tell you my meal plan because I use a meal replacement shake, and I supplement some of my protein and some of my nutrients just because it makes my life really easy and it's convenient, and I'm busy, so it helps with that. Okay. I wake up. Within 30 minutes of waking up in the morning, I have my meal replacement shake. It's got good protein and nutrients and a balance of what we were just talking about with the macronutrients. It's got protein and fats and carbs, right? Okay, so I have that. Then let's say the barbecue is at 4 o'clock. Okay, so then about 3 hours later, I'll have a snack with protein. I'll have a Greek yogurt with, let's say, a turkey stick and some sugar snap peas. And so a snack, by the way, is like a mini meal. It's not like I'm going to have 5 almonds. No, we're going to have a good sized meal snack. Okay. Then we have lunch. So for me, that would be another meal replacement shake. And I have my energizing tea. Here's an example of my tea. So freaking good. This one's a raspberry one. And it has like collagen and B vitamins for focus, mental clarity, energy, all the good things, right? Okay, so I have my meal replacement shake, my energizing tea. And let's say, yeah, that's going to be right around that 1 o'clock time frame. So I'm going to go to the barbecue. And if you're driving to the barbecue and you're hungry along the way, I want you to have something. Like if you go out to dinner and you're like, I am starving when you leave the house, that is not good. That is not good. I want you to have something, okay? Have a string cheese, have a Greek yogurt, have some cottage cheese, like have something before you leave the house, before you go out to dinner, because otherwise you're going to have too big of a gap of time between you leaving the house and dinner, and you're going to overeat, right? Same thing with going out to breakfast. Like I tell my clients this all the time. So you wake up in the morning and you're going to go to brunch with your family, right? So you're like, oh no, I won't have anything at home because I'm going out to breakfast with my family. Okay, let's think about the moment your eyes open to the moment the fork hits your mouth of going to brunch with your family, probably 2 hours, right? And that is being conservative. So you wake up, you have to drive to you got to get ready, drive to the restaurant, got to sit down, you order your food, takes a while to get there. I would say 2 hours from the moment you wake up to the time that the fork hits your mouth. So you have to eat at home before you go to the restaurant. Otherwise, you're not going to hit your protein and you're going to overeat at that meal. And then you're going to skip meals all day long because you overeat at that one meal, right? Okay, so that's just an example. But back to my story. Okay, so the barbecue. So let's say the barbecue is at 4 o'clock. You've already had 2 shakes, you've already had a snack. You go to the barbecue, and I want you to start with protein. So grabbing your protein first. So I want you to have meat, eggs, whatever has protein in it. I want you to have that first, okay? So you have that first, and then have some vegetables. And then after that, have some carbs. But instead of maybe having like your traditional like rice or something, that's where you can go have the cookies, have the popcorn, you know, the things that are on this picture, have the donut, whatever. Have whatever you want, enjoy it and eat. But first, make sure you set up your day for success and make sure that you have that protein first in your meal, because protein is what keeps you full, boosts your metabolism. It has so many benefits. If you're vegetarian, that's cool too. You can have something else for protein. I was a vegetarian for 6 years myself. I am not anymore, but I'm just telling you that you can find other things to have protein. Okay, so having that protein first, having some vegetables, then eat whatever the heck you want. And then, so that's at 4 o'clock, right? Let's say you eat, you graze, or you're done eating at 5. Okay, so then at about 8 o'clock at night, I want you to eat again. I want you to have a snack. So having something with protein again. So having maybe, let's give a different example of a snack. Maybe having a string cheese, some nuts, and some strawberries. And have that before bed, okay? Or, you know, the supplements are fantastic for getting in some extra protein at the end of the day if you did not hit that protein goal or you did not hit your macros goal. So supplementing with a shake or with something to help replenish what you didn't get in that meal of having, you know, maybe some of the things you wouldn't normally eat. So I want you to enjoy those things. So that's an example of a day that you're going to kind of be off track a little bit. Okay, you guys. So I just want to talk about, okay, so your week is, I talk about this a lot and I have a video on my Instagram if you want more information on this. Should we have a drink break? Okay, everybody take a drink of your water, whatever you're drinking. Okay, good. So your weekdays, Monday through Friday, is 67% of your week, right? If you take the average of the hours in the day, Monday through Friday is 67% of your week. And Saturday, Sunday is 33% of your week. So think about it, you guys. If you eat, let's say you don't have any breakfast, you just go to the barbecue and save your calories. Don't do this, by the way. Save your calories and then you're not eating what you need to hit your macros, then you're not getting everything you need. And then that day does not count as a day of hitting your numbers. So then that equals 0. And Sunday, same thing. So Saturday, Sunday is 33% of your week. And Monday through Friday is 67% of your week. So if you think back to school, or maybe you're in school right now, a 67% grade is not an A. It's not a B, right? So are you going to get those results that you're seeking if you're getting a 67% grade? No, probably not, right? So it's really important that you take the weekends seriously as you do the weekdays. You just figure out a way to navigate those things. So the weekends may not be looking exactly the same as the weekdays, but they're going to be you focusing on getting your nutrients in throughout the day and hitting those numbers. Okay. So helpful. Is this helpful, you guys? Put it in the comments, do a little GIF dance or something. Respond to me my email if you're listening later. Okay. So to recap, you can still eat the foods you enjoy without restrictive eating, restrictive dieting, right? You can build long-term sustainable results with help, with a coach. If it's me or somebody else, I would highly recommend hiring a coach and a community of people that are doing it with you, like the people in our Healthy and Happy Facebook group, for example, which is a free group, by the way. So make sure to join if you're not in there already, and make sure to invite your friends in there. It's just a free group. We put recipes, we do recognition, we do all kinds of fun stuff in there. So join that group and build those long-term sustainable results, like I was saying, and stop dieting, especially the new trending diets of the month. There's always something new every month, every year. And don't do those diets, you guys. Think about what happens in the future. Think about 3 months from now. What do you want your body to look like? More importantly, what do you want your body to feel like? You have to fuel your body with nutrition. You can't starve yourself, or your hair is going to start falling out. Your skin is going to look bad. You're going to have all kinds of different health issues. So you do have to eat, you guys. And those diets are not going to work long-term. You have to find a program that works for you and that is long-term sustainable. Okay. So you can overcome the weekend struggles, right? Just think of my example. Every time you run into a weekend, you're like, okay, I remember what Brittany said, and you can rewind this if you want to hear it again. But remember, they are 33% of your results, the weekends. So they do matter. They have to be included in the total picture of your whole week, or you're not going to get the results that you want. Lastly, it doesn't have to be so hard. It does not have to be so hard. I remember feeling that way when I was dieting. It's like, oh my gosh, this is so hard. I'm so frustrated. Like, I remember ripping my closet apart. Like, I would be late to go to things because I couldn't find something that worked for my body. And I would get acne from all the gut health issues that I had. So then I would be messing with my makeup, trying to reapply my makeup. And it was so frustrating. And I just didn't feel confident. I would go out and go do something with my friends, and I just didn't feel good. Like, my stomach was like hanging over my pants. It didn't feel good. I had acne. It didn't feel good. I wasn't getting what I needed. So I didn't have any energy, which nutrition is what gives you energy, by the way, not coffee or energy drinks. You need to eat food. That's what gives you energy. So it's really important that you give your body what it needs. And it's amazing what happens when you do. And so I just encourage you to take your health seriously. We only have one body, and it's important that you take care of it. Okay. So I'm going to quick go over my program, and then I'm going to do a little Q&A. Oh, and I have a special offer at the end too, by the way. So stick around. Okay, so this is what I do. And there's a lot of coaches out there, so find one that you like and that you connect with and that you find would add value to you. Okay, so I do one-on-one coaching and weekly check-ins. So I am checking in with you every single week, and we do one-on-one calls, or one-on-one in person, depending where you're located. I love in person. I love Zoom with my clients. I don't really care. I love to do both. I love to high five and hug you. I love to celebrate with you on Zoom. So whatever works for you. We dive deep to make sure you feel supported, to keep you accountable and stay on track with your goals. The second thing I do is workshops and group coaching. So learn the why behind all of this, so you can reach your goals and maintain your results even after this program ends, which the program is 90 days, by the way. And we have lots of ongoing support after that. So again, we have workshops, group coaching. It's so much fun. We do it in person or by Zoom in a group, and it is very interactive. So it's a lot of fun. And I do a customized nutrition program and guidance for you, depending on your goals. So it's customized to your body. I give you your macros. I get you set up with recipes and meal plan and oh my gosh, so many good things. And you'll learn how to eat with alignment with your goals, and you will experience fat loss and food freedom from that. And when I say food freedom, that means being able to have the cake and the pizza and the things that you like to have, and not being like, I can only have carrots because that's what my diet says. No, we eat good things, good, like not good things, but like the things that we crave. Okay. And the next thing is customized workouts. So I have a personalized workout plan for you, and that could be either at home, that can be in a gym, that can be just steps if you're just getting started, if you have a lot of weight to lose and you just want to do steps. Awesome. We got like our little Fitbits, or there's many ways to track it if you don't have a Fitbit. I literally just got this like a week ago, so it's kind of a new fun toy. So the customized workout, and the one, when I say it's in the gym, for example, I have videos on there of exactly what to do. And because I know a lot of people are nervous to go to the gym, they're like, oh, I don't want everybody watching me, I don't know what to do. I'm going to get you in the zone, and you're just going to like go and work out and watch the videos, and you're going to just bust it out. So you're not even going to worry about that, you guys. And I don't want you having somebody else take away your results from you that you wouldn't switch places with. Don't take advice from people you would not switch places with. And that applies to everything in life, your finances, your health goals, your career goals. Don't take advice from somebody you wouldn't switch places with. And so I don't care what other people are looking at you at the gym. You just need to go do it. Okay. The next one is community access. You'll never feel alone. You're always surrounded by other people working towards the same goal. So we have a 24/7 chat on, it's called Telegram. It's an app, or we have in-person community access as well, depending what your goals are and where you're located. You get 12 weeks of support with me. I'm always here for you, and always here to keep you accountable, keep you supported. And if you tell me you're working towards something, I'm going to hold you to that. So I'm also your coach. I have my coach hat as well. So I'm going to keep you accountable and keep you on track with your results. And that is what is going to get you the best results, by the way. And strategy for lifelong results. So how to build those habits into your life effortlessly, so you can finally make those changes that you want in your whole entire health journey. And then the last thing is bonus content. So we do lots of recipes, meal prep guide, dessert book, snack book. And I have like a going out to eat guide. I have a travel eating guide, like so many things to keep you. I'm always coming out with new content too. Like I love what I do. I love it. I love it. I like, think about the movie Elf. That's who I am. I love it. I love helping people. So I am here to give you guys like tools and constantly support you and give you what you need to be successful. Okay. So that's kind of my program in a nutshell. And this is my approach, you guys. So I work with women. I also work with men as well, but my approach is fat loss. I give you the tools and strategies to keep you accountable and stop yo-yo dieting, along with stop binge/restrict cycling. So that means you're binging, you're overeating, then you're undereating, you're punishing yourself for going out to eat. So then you might overexercise, you might starve yourself, and then you binge. And it's a cycle, you guys. It's emotional eating. There's a lot of things that we talk about in the program. And I want to finally improve your relationship with your body, with your food, with your exercise. And my program will finally refine your relationship with your self-worth, your body, your food, and exercise. So it just has every single tool to be successful. You have to put in the work though, okay? So this is for women, or I do work with men as well, that want to lose fat, tone up, speed their metabolism, and finally see sustainable long-term results. Somebody that has been constantly yo-yo dieting and has been restrictive eating for so long and can't see results. Maybe you are like so focused on these diets that you've done and you don't even see another way of doing it. But I promise you there is a better way, okay? And maybe you're tired of wasting time second guessing if your efforts in the gym and kitchen are paying off. Definitely was me. I don't know if that was you. Comment if it was. And you want to ditch the cookie cutter programs. Like, I don't want you just to like get on a program because your sister Tanya did the program and she got results. Like, that's cool. Yes, but it needs to be customized to your body, and it has to be something that you're able to learn how to get long-term success for yourself. And I want you to learn those tools, not just copy what your friend did. With these customized workouts and nutrition, you can figure out what works for your body, okay? And if you feel overwhelmed with all the information out there and you don't know where to start, this is for you. You struggle with a work-life balance, you have intense cravings and binging, self-sabotage, low energy and confidence. So for example, you get home at the end of the day and you're like, I'm just going to grab some fast food on the way home. Or I'm going to go home, and you just like go through all your cabinets and you just eat whatever you see. Or maybe you eat candy or something and then you don't even end up eating dinner. You eat all these crackers and you're like, oh, I'm full, but then I feel sick because I didn't really get any sort of balanced nutrition. If that's you, that's exactly what I help with. And there's other coaches too in the area that work with me, so we can all help. Okay. So thank you so much for your time. And okay, here we are. So application to work with me is right here. If you want to, I'll put this in the chat too. But if you want to work with me or one of our other coaches, fill out this application. And this does not mean that we're going to be working together. This is just a call, or we meet in person, whatever works best for you. But this call is to discover what you're struggling with and what you need from me and what I can help with. And it's going to be adding value to you either way. So I'll contact you within 24 to 48 hours of you filling out the application. We'll set up the call, and then we will, work together if it's a good fit. Otherwise, I'll provide a different option if it's not a good fit. So that is kind of what I do. And I'm excited, you guys, because I feel like I can help with what you're struggling with. And I hope that these pieces of information tonight were helpful. And I hope that you got some tips to help you no matter what kind of diet or what kind of situation you're in. And oh, by the way, if you do fill out the application and we find to be a good fit for each other, there will be a discount off of the program of $150. So click the application link, apply, and you'll get $150 off of the program if you apply on that link. And but if you don't work with me, that's totally fine. Like, work with somebody. I highly encourage you to work with a coach, because we will keep you on track, keep you accountable, check in with you, and it's worth it. I promise you. I wish I would have done it sooner. But anyway, that's my special offer. And the last thing I want to do is Q&A. So let me know what questions you guys have. Do you have any questions? Q&A. So I'm going to mute myself. Okay. Yes. Oh, that's so good, you guys. Dozens of ways to try to lose weight. Yes. Awesome. Does anybody have any questions? Lauren. Okay. Lauren's asking, do you feel that eating too late in the evening is bad? No, I don't. So it starts with when you wake up in the morning and you have your breakfast, snack, dinner, and so on. And let's say you work overnights, or let's say you wake up later than the average person, or let's say you just had a busy day and you didn't really get everything in. It happens. That's life. You're human. And you're like, okay, I didn't hit my protein number, but it's 10 at night, and I usually go to bed at 10 p.m. I still want you to eat, because you still want to hit your protein number. Because you know what happens otherwise? You might have poor sleep, because you're going to wake up in the middle of the night and you're going to feel hungry, number one. Number two, you're going to wake up the next day and either overeat or undereat. So it messes up your week. Like, think of your days, you have your line of your food for the day, like a chart. And you overeat one day, you undereat the next day, you overeat one day, you undereat the next day. It's going to cause your body to be all out of whack, and you're not going to hit your goals with that. Okay. So it's really important that you still get your macros in throughout the day. And if it means that you have to eat a little bit later, then that's totally fine. Do it. And then the next day, just do a little bit better. Like, okay, I ate a little late the night before, so maybe I will, do things a little differently today, and that's okay. So, awesome question, Lauren. Thank you. Okay. Anybody else? Let me know if you have any more questions wrapped around that. Sleep. Yes. Okay, cool. So Kayla, does sleep affect your results? I've heard you talk about it on your story before. Yes, sleep does affect your results, you guys. Having a good solid 7 hours of sleep, 8 hours of sleep, it really is important for many reasons. It's going to keep your metabolism on track. It's going to keep consistency in your schedule. And I know we have busy lives, but it is important to get proper sleep. It is important to take care of yourself in general. Self-care, go get a massage, go get a facial, go do things for you that are going to make you feel relaxed and make you feel good. And go on a walk, be outside. I know that. What is your guys' self-care? Like, put it in the chat. What makes you feel good and makes your battery full? Is it being outside? Is it going on a walk? Is it being in silence? Is it maybe it's getting a cookie, whatever. Something that makes you feel good, self-care is important. So having those things, having proper sleep, yes, it affects your results because it does affect your metabolism when you're not getting what your body needs for sleep. We need rest. We need our muscles to recover, and going to bed on time, waking up on time, and keeping a consistent pattern. Walking, yes. Renee, awesome. Me too. I love walking. We should go on a walk together sometime. Yeah, just walking and being outside, being in the nature, and it's awesome, right? Listening to a podcast, listening to a book, listening to something that inspires and motivates you is really powerful. So do those things, okay? What else? Anybody have any more questions? Boom shakalaka. Okay. How many grams of protein do I need in my day? Kelly. Okay. So how many grams of protein do you need in a day? I was saying earlier, women need 100 grams of protein in the day. Okay. So focusing on 100 grams of protein, that's my challenge to you. Okay. So do that tomorrow. Get 100 grams of protein in your day. Keep in mind, when we eat more protein than our body is used to, you may get a little bit more gassy. You may get a little bit more bloated. You might feel a little bit of digestion changes, but that's okay. That's a good thing. It's going to be a detox. It's going to get your body adjusted. It's boosting your metabolism. So you might feel a little bit more hungry than normal. You might feel a little bit more satisfied with your hunger than normal. It might be all over the place, right? So just stick with it and bring your protein down a little bit if it's like if you're feeling too much of that, or it might be the quality of what you're buying. So do not buy protein shakes from Costco. Do not buy protein bars from Costco or some generic brand. Just eat Whole Foods or get with me and I'll get you on a good meal replacement shake. But don't buy that stuff, you guys. It's highly processed. It has junky ingredients. Do not drink those Celsius energy drinks. They're so bad. The Celsius ones is what I'm going to attack right now. Just eat good whole foods. And if you're having a problem hitting your protein with whole foods, then reach out and I'll get you set up on a meal replacement shake. And yeah, there's a lot of junky ingredients out there, okay? The last thing I'm going to mention, because somebody asked about ingredients, let me go back to that question. What ingredient should I avoid? So avoiding ingredient. Number one ingredient you should avoid is vegetable oil. It's in literally everything. Look at your coffee creamer. If vegetable oil is an ingredient, throw it away. Don't buy it again, whatever. Look at your granola bars. Look at your sauces, like ranch, for example. If it has vegetable oil, sunflower oil, grapeseed oil. Those are the worst ones. Don't buy those things again. I recommend Primal Kitchen for your sauces, your dressings. Go ahead and there is other coffee creamers that don't have that, but if I could remove one toxic ingredient from your household, it's vegetable oil. And I'm not talking about the oil that you pour into a pan to cook things. I'm talking about an ingredient in your foods, and it's in everything. So I want you to take a look in your pantry and don't buy those things again if it has vegetable oil, because it causes inflammation in your gut and it's really bad. It causes inflammation in your gut, which causes all sorts of issues with your health. So please stop using vegetable oil if you're using it. Stop drinking Celsius energy drinks and stop buying protein items from Costco that are packaged like protein shake and protein bars. Okay. Let me know if you need a good meal replacement protein shake or any further questions. I don't see any more questions in the chat. I just had a couple by email, and then I had a couple that people wanted me to touch on before because they weren't going to be on live. And then I got a couple in the chat. So walking my dog. Yes, I love it. Walk your dogs. That is the last thing I will leave you with, you guys, is give your dogs lots of walks and attention and kisses, because they are so loving and love you unconditionally. So give your dogs extra lovin's if you have any. Okay, so just to summarize, you guys, what we talked about tonight was restrictive dieting, yo-yo dieting. Find a lifestyle change, a sustainable long-term plan that you can stick with, that you can still eat the foods that you enjoy eating. You don't have to remove pizza and cake and those things from your day. Just don't do it every single day. But you can still have those things. And stop trying all of those different diets that are out there, you guys. Just find a lifestyle change that works for you. Hire a coach. Please hire a coach. If you want to work with me, again, click the link. If you want to work with somebody else, awesome. Like, find somebody that you trust, that you enjoy, that you connect with, and hire them and get some results, because that is what they're there for. If you're doing the same thing today as you did last year, you're probably going to have the same results a year from now. So if you want change in your body, then you have to make a change, because the definition of insanity is doing the same thing, expecting a different result. So it's time for change if you're ready for change. And the last thing is the weekends. So avoiding kind of derailing on your plan on the weekends. You can do it. You can do it. You can hit your goals and stay on track. And I was nervous to get started too. I was nervous to make a change, but I knew what I was doing was not working for me. So if what you're doing right now is not working for you, make a change, okay? So that's all I have for you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for spending the time with me. I really appreciate it. Hopefully you gained some value. And I am going to post this in the group. I'm going to send this recording out to everybody that RSVP'd, and I'm excited you guys were here. So thank you for your time. And I will talk to you soon. Come see me at Summit, or reach out, message me if you have any questions, or if there's anything that you need some clarity on about tonight. So have a great evening, you guys. Thank you so much.